What's goody? What's goody? Back with another one because Raider Nation needed another one. We in the building. TheYurpJerz Raiders podcast. Welcome. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We in the building, y'all. We in the building. We got a lot to talk about. Even dating from earliest show. So I was talking about spy tech and I just want to play something for y'all. I want to play something for y'all. Some interesting things that John Spytek said. I thought it was dope and interesting. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the cause the feds around. Gotta keep that ratchet on me cause them niggas clowns. No, I'm chasing money, so I'll keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on alert cause the feds around. Gotta keep the ratchet on me cause them niggas clowns. No, I'm chasing money, so I'll keep my head down. Focus on anyways, let me try to find this shit real quick. Gotta keep that ratchet on me cause them ops is clowns. You don't wanna die, so don't fuck around. No, play your shit right and you gon' stick around. If you out here dolo, nigga, keep that stick around. I thought I played it. We ain't missing. Try to catch me like here it is. So Spytek breaks down some of the draft and stuff, so I want to let y'all. Matter of fact, hold on, let me pause this real quick so y'all can hear it, because I thought this was interesting.
It feels like the key word is depth. You got so much deeper at so many key positions. Like, what kind of competition now do you expect? Really across the board as we go through the offseason program here now.
We expected to be at an elite level of competition, and the goal was really to do it in every position group possible. And listen, you never know quite how the draft's going to go. How many of these guys are going to really push the starters that are here, the position groups that are here? I don't know. Sometimes you get a third round pick and you think he's going to be the one, and it turns out it's the seventh round pick that does it. But that's why those day two trades I think were important for us. There were players on the board that we liked there at 37 and a little bit further down, and we felt like it was an opportunity to get a few more premium picks and load up a bunch of position groups with as much competition as possible. Because as coach has said, a million times, competition is going to be the central theme of this program. And, if we're not putting players in rooms that push even the starters who have been here a long time, then we're not doing our jobs the right way.
5 of the first 6 draft picks on the offensive side of the football, was that something that's just how the board felt to you guys over the weekend, or was that kind of a concerted, hey, we really want to add depth and competition and talent on that side of the football?
It was really the way the board felt. We had good defensive players sprinkled in throughout there too. And, when we were up to pick, the way we stacked the board and the way we pulled names off the board, the best names were just the ones, at the top, and they ended up being offensive players more often than not. So again, I've never been anywhere where I regretted having good football players on the roster, wherever you feel like they start or however they get to where they're at. You just like having good football players. And, we also were very concerted. We did not want to force needs too early because, we have a roster that needs some work, but.
Yeah, I heard him. He said they didn't want to force needs. And basically the best player availables were there anyways. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I kind of went when I was doing, I'm not saying I'm John Spytek or anybody like that, or GM, but when I was doing mock drafts, that's how I felt like I was getting best player available right after the second, third round. So yeah, John, look, John know what he doing, man. Shout out to John Spytek.
We just wanted good football players, and we didn't want to force anybody. We would regret it. We look back, and this guy goes somewhere else, and damn, that was the player we should have picked.
And I guess the one outlier to that of the first 6 is Darian Porter, right? And I think a guy that really the national.
Why is he an outlier?
No, not just in terms of being the one.
Hey, let me tell you something. Darian Porter is going to be a dog, and watch. he go definitely push for that starting quarter position.
Defensive guy from the first.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So much has been made about.
I thought you meant because he was a former receiver.
No. But I'm glad you brought up the fact that he is a former receiver, right? Like, how do you kind of, I don't want to say compartmentalize, but how does that portion of the evaluation go into the evaluation in total, saying like, hey, this guy's done a lot of different things. He's maybe not as experienced at the position, but we see a lot of room to grow. Like, how do you kind of put that all together for a guy like him?
Yeah, the guys like him are cool because that, to me, I think shows the connection between the scouting staff and the coaching staff. And, it's very easy to recognize that Darian Porter is an elite level athlete, from the testing numbers, the 4.31 to the vertical, which I think was around 40, to the shuttle times, which were elite. His size at almost 6'3". There's so much elite physical ability in his body, but he's not a full-time starter. He's making a transition. Okay, so coach, what do you think? This guy's got all these traits, and he's done some cool stuff with interceptions and hustle plays, but he's a pretty raw, and he's a lot of work. And when you have Coach Carroll and Joe Woods and PG and all them say, like, we would love to work with this guy. This is who we're looking for. Like, as a scout, that really is empowering because it's like, okay, we can bring players like him to the staff, and they're going to work with them, and they can have a vision for them. And I think hopefully the coaches realize too that we'll be able to bring them players like that in the future that maybe aren't their finished products, or it's not a crystal clear vision for them, but through some communication between the two staffs, we can have a shared vision for what they can be for our team. And then you end up with an elite level athlete that's a great kid that fits in perfectly to coaches and or Coach Carroll and PG's scheme.
Does the evaluation...
So they were talking about Darian Porter, right? And before I even get into this, shout out to my man Rob, TheYurpJerz. Let's go. Yes, sir. Thanks for pulling up on me, my brother. Thanks for pulling up on me. I'm just, going over the interview with John Spytek. Matter of fact, I could play it over again. I don't mind doing that. And I want us just to listen to what they had to say, and then we can evaluate it afterwards. So y'all let me know. Here we go. And y'all go look out for this. This is upon further review
with the general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders, John Spytek. And John,
what's the name?
Okay, we get to Saturday night. The cards are in. All the business of the weekend has been handled. Like, how do you get to decompress after?
Rob, let me know if you can hear it.
Y'all
let me know if y'all can hear it.
We took the staff to Chicken and Pickle to have a little post-party or post-draft celebration. There was a few drinks and some good food and pickleball and some cornhole and Jenga got that played. So that was the start. And then I played 41 holes of golf on Sunday.
Attaboy, I love it.
Until the sun quit on us. That was it.
Love it. Right, well deserved, right?
That was great.
Rest and relax.
Good for my soul.
Absolutely. Before we get into the actual players and the prospects and all that stuff, one thing that we thought was really interesting, and you brought it up during the press conference too, is kind of giving Brandon that moment to shine on Saturday. Obviously, I know it's something that dates back to your time in Tampa, but big picture, why is giving the people in those positions, and you named off, darn near everyone on the football staff, why was that important to you?
Well, first of all, I think it's super important that their work is recognized, and this is the ultimate team sport, and I have an amazing team upstairs and all throughout the building around me, and a lot of attention gets focused on the general manager and the head coach that time of year, but there's 0% chance we could do it, even let alone do it effectively without people like Brandon and all the people I named. I mean, from all the food that got put out there to the medical reports that got poured through to taking care of the local pro day guys with the equipment room. I mean, it's just, there's a lot that goes on to put on a draft. And then most importantly, the idea to me was back in Tampa was to recognize the scouts and all that they give up to do this amazing job that we do get to do. But it's a long process to end up with on average 7 players. And I want people to appreciate and respect that.
We've heard from both you and Pete about.
So, matter of fact, I'm gonna just play it. It's about 13 minutes.
Just the human element to all this, the personality, or excuse me, the relationship element that goes into everything that this program is going to be about. And I wonder for you and Pete, going back to the weekend, do you have an opportunity to kind of, I don't want to say maybe in the moment, reflect on some of the cool moments that you guys do have? To look at a kid like Jack Bash, right? And obviously the incredible, story that got him to this point, and given the chance to call these guys and to make these dreams come true. Like, do you have an opportunity to be like, hey man, that was pretty cool?
I mean, after the fact, sure, but we were just working so hard. to create more picks and just pick good players. And, to me, I didn't want to get lost in that moment too much. There was a moment or two on Thursday and again on Friday where I realized how special it was, the opportunity to have that opportunity and the responsibility that comes with it. But, it was time to work and time to do our best for the Raiders and for the fan base and to put a great football team out there. And that's what we set out to do.
Speaking of that football team and kind of looking at the roster as it sits now, I mean, really for us, as we've gone through it, I mean, it feels like the key word is depth. You got so much deeper at so many key positions. Like, what kind of competition now do you expect, really across the board as we go through the offseason program here now?
We expected to be at an elite level of competition, and the goal was really to do it in every position group possible. And listen, I mean, you never know quite how the draft's going to go, how many of these guys are going to really push the starters that are here.
All right, hold on. My man Rob said, who is the guy that they drafted was from Tennessee but had the same name as a guy from Alabama? And I believe they drafted the wrong guy, but they won't admit it. Do you know what I'm talking? Yeah, I know who you're talking about, bro. It was what's the dude name? Byron Young. Yeah, we did draft the wrong player. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's what I was saying about this regime and last year's regime. This regime and John Spytek and his team would have never made that mistake. Never made that mistake. And you've seen the inexperience, like I said last year, in the coaching staff. And I don't even know what Tom Telesco was doing, because he was with bro said that's it. Yeah, Byron Young. He's been with fucking the Chargers forever. Bro, you come over here, you draft so well over there, and then you come over here and you fucking draft the wrong person? Come on, bro. You draft the wrong player? Come on. That's stupid. That's why I say the inexperience and the stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Tom Telesco didn't have a fucking Pete Carroll in his corner to say, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing? That's not the guy we drafting. He's the guy. Shout out to y'all, man. It's the TheYurpJerz Raiders podcast. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We in the building. Going over this press conference right now. So, I mean, we in the building. Oh, shit. I locked the door. Hold on 1 second. Damn. I let my wife in. I'm live. Oh, man. Salute, One Dream Away. What's up, bro? What's up? Thank y'all for pulling up. Man said, you're. Bro Rob says, salute. Boom, put it up there. He put it up there. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe to my man channel. You hear me? Word. Says, what the deal, broski? We going over this press conference right now, bro. So y'all bear with me. We gonna continue this real quick, and then we gonna talk about it at the end.
Position groups that are here, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you get a third round pick and you think he's going to be the one, and it turns out it's the 7th round pick that does it. But that's why those day 2 trades I think were important for us. There were players on the board that we liked there at 37 and a little bit further down, and we felt like it was a great opportunity to get a few more premium picks and load up a bunch of different position groups with as much competition as possible. Because as coach has said, a million times, competition is going to be the central theme of this program. And, if we're not putting players in rooms that push even the starters who have been here a long time, then we're not doing our jobs the right way.
5 of the 6, the first 6 draft picks.
All right, I'm going to just keep giving y'all and then we're going to really talk about it. So I think that's a genius move. Like I said, I don't know why we didn't do that the past couple of years. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had people. We had certain people. Max Crosby. Damn, I can't even think of most of the names right now. But we had some players that pushed for that starting position. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't have a lot. maybe once every, or maybe 1 to 2 players every draft, probably push for that starting position, unless it was a first round draft pick. But I think that was smart, and I think that's what you know what I'm saying. What is that? Watch for the copyright, fam. Nah, as long as I ain't showing it, you can listen to it. You can listen to it as long as I'm not showing it. But um, but I appreciate the love, bro. I appreciate the looking out for real. But yeah, so like I was saying, so basically what he's saying is like this is what we wanted to do. We wanted guys to come in and push the other guys. We want competition. Pete Carroll's been saying this since for the longest. You know what I'm saying? He's been saying this for the longest since we signed him and he did his press conference. We're gonna come in here and everybody's going to compete. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's coming here and compete. You feel me? You know what I mean? So hold on 1 second. Hey. Hey. Sheesh. My bad. Sometimes you gotta shut them up. It's like, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so Rose said, but you should say this is the for entertainment purpose only. Okay, so like my bro said, this is for entertainment purpose only. This is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can read it. You know what I mean? So I know what he's laughing about because of what I just said. Sometimes you gotta shut him up. yo, I'm just saying, man. God damn. You come here screaming and yelling and shit, goddamn. Oh man, I'm funny, yo. I'm funny. But yeah, so all right, let me get back on track. So you know what I'm saying? So basically what he's saying is like we want players to push each other. You know what I'm saying? We want competition to the point where if they gotta cut people come, you know, when we come, you know, the time when we do the 53-man roster. Bro said counter you tonight. L9, she hear me. She hear me. She know I love her. Anyways. Yeah, I gotta chill, bro. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get through this. Y'all fucking me up. Oh man. So right. So he's saying, you know, when it comes to the 53-man roster, it's gonna be. We want it to be so hard that we can't decide. It's gonna take long to decide on who to pick and who to stay because everybody's pushing each other and is getting better. So that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? We finna get back though to it. Hold on.
On the offensive side of the football, was that something that's just how the board felt you guys over the weekend, or was that kind of a concerted, hey, we really want to add depth and competition?
Time, then we're not doing our jobs the right way.
You know, 5 of the 6, the first 6 draft picks on the offensive side of the football, was that something that's just how the board felt you guys over the weekend, or was that kind of a concerted, hey, we really want to add depth and competition and talent on that side of the football?
It was really the way the board fell. You know, we had good defensive players sprinkled in throughout there too, and you know, when we were up to pick, the way we stacked the board and the way we pull names off the board, the best names were just the ones, you know, at the top, and they ended up being offensive players more often than not. So again, I've never been anywhere where I regretted having good football players on the roster. Wherever you feel like they start or however they get to where they're at, you just like having good football players. And you know, we also were very concerted. We did not want to force needs too early because you know, we have a roster that needs some work, but we just wanted good football players, and we didn't want to force anybody. We would regret it. We look back and this guy goes somewhere else, and damn, that was the player we should have picked.
You know, and I guess
so you know what I'm saying. So what he's saying there is right that they just they wanted good football players, people that, like, you know what I'm saying, guys that's gonna show up every Sunday, every day in practice. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to miss on nobody. You know, and he said this before the draft too. There's something that I learned from John Spytek that he said before the draft, right? He said that it don't matter. He says he don't like when people say, "Oh, we reached for this guy, we couldn't have got him right there." He says if the guy is there, we're gonna get him there. Don't matter where he picked him at. If it was the second round, if they had a grade on him in the fifth, and they picked him in the second, he don't care. Like, so they just want good football players, and that's it. And I can understand that because guess what? We ain't had a GM said that shit in a long time. Matter of fact, I can't even remember a GM who said that in a while. We just want to grab good football players. I ain't heard nobody say that like that. Especially ain't heard no GM give their whole staff love and let them get on the podium and talk. I ain't never seen that shit. So this is all new, and this is great. You know what I'm saying? We back at it.
One outlier to that of the first six is Darian Porter, right? And I think a guy that really the national.
Why is he an outlier?
No, just in terms of being the one defensive guy from the first.
Oh, outlier. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So much has been made about.
I thought you meant because he was a former receiver.
No. But I'm glad you brought up the fact that he is a former receiver, right? Like, how do you kind of, I don't want to say compartmentalize, but how does that portion of the evaluation go into the evaluation in total, saying like, hey, this guy's done a lot of different things. He's maybe not as experienced at the position, but we see a lot of room to grow. Like, how do you kind of put that all together for a guy like him?
Yeah, the guys like him are cool because that, to me, I think shows the connection between the scouting staff and the coaching staff. And, it's very easy to recognize that Darian Porter is an elite level athlete, from the testing numbers, the 4.31 to the vertical, which I think was around 40, to the shuttle times, which were elite, his size at almost 6'3". There's so much elite physical ability in his body, but he's not a full-time starter. He's making a transition. Okay, so coach, what do you think? This guy's got all these traits, and he's done some cool stuff with interceptions and hustle plays, but he's a pretty raw, and he's a lot of work. And when you have Coach Carroll and Joe Woods and PG and all them say, like, we would love to work with this guy. This is who we're looking for. Like, as a scout, that really is empowering because it's like, okay, we can bring players like him to the staff, and they're going to work with them, and they can have a vision for them. And I think hopefully the coaches realize too that we'll be able to bring them players like that in the future that maybe aren't their finished products, or it's not a crystal clear vision for them, but through some communication between the two staffs, we can have a shared vision for what they can be for our team. And then you end up with an elite level athlete that's a great kid that fits in perfectly to coaches and or Coach Carroll and PG's scheme.
Does the evaluation for guys that come...
Now, you notice how he said, Pete Carroll and PG scheme, right? So I don't know if y'all heard, but Patrick Graham is going to be running Pete Carroll's defense, but implementing some of his defense into Pete Carroll's defense, which I think is shoot. Because Pete Carroll had some of the best defenses with Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. So I ain't mad at that at all. You know what I'm saying? And the PG, he's done really good with this defense already in the past couple years. So look, I'm cool with that all the way 100. You feel me? I think that's great.
From some of the smaller schools. Obviously, we're looking at William & Mary, Montana State, North Dakota State, guys that aren't playing the Alabamas, the Ohio States of the world. Does the evaluation for guys like that change at all? Or is it a pretty consistent process across the board, no matter, what conference, what uniform you're playing in on Saturday?
It changes a little bit. You always want your guys to dominate and be one of the better football players on the field when you're watching. I think you have to, when you're doing FCS programs, you have to realize they're not playing against Alabama and Michigan and Georgia. So the level of competition isn't quite to the same standard. So we want to see them really dominate. We wanted to see Charles Grant physically dominate, walk guys onto the sideline on the benches like you saw that, right? We want to see the quarterbacks play at an elite level and lead their teams. And, it's a kind of a cool story to me that that's the two that faced off each other in the FCS title game. I mean, they obviously have something in them and their competitive spirits and their ability to play football that led their teams to those records that they had to get to that game. And when you look at those three men that we drafted, I think they all display that in one form or another.
And Tommy's such an interesting case, and a guy that really the fan base has really been like, oh, like this could be fun and interesting and new. Like, how do you go about projecting what he's going to be? Obviously, he's got the skills to throw the football, but in terms of athleticism, he can do a little bit of everything. Like, how do you kind of project a guy like him who is kind of a unique jack of all trades type guy?
Lots of conversations like I talked about with Darian too, and a lot of times with the special teams coaches and what their vision would be, because he's going to have to play a part on there. Is it a returner? Is it a punt returner, personal protector, gunner, all that? And talking to Tom and Darius and Cade, they felt like they had a really good plan for him, and so the value kind of rises a little bit. And then maybe there's a way we can work him in on offense a little bit more as he kind of learns the system and where he evolves. I mean, I was in Tampa for all these years. We had to compete against Taysom Hill, and he was a nightmare. And again, I'm not saying that he's Taysom Hill, but whenever Taysom walked on the field at the first part of his career, you were like, oh, Taysom Hill's the former quarterback at BYU. When he got a little more established and he started hurting teams, you would go, oh man, Taysom Hill's on the field again, and he's on the field again, and we better have a plan for him because he's a dominant player. He's just a unique player, right? Like where's he going to be? I don't know. And that can be cool.
In terms of uniqueness too, I mean, you look at a guy like Dante Thornton, and it's the height, weight, speed, and we've seen all the incredible.
So before we go any further with that, so basically what Spytech is saying is there is going to be some guys that, that transition to another position playing like special teams. So I can see like Tommy Malott playing special teams alongside of let's say maybe Trey Tucker or Dante Thornton. So I can see that, and I think that'd be dope back there because one of them motherfuckers gonna run it back. It don't matter who it is; they both fast. Like I said, Dante Thornton runs a 4.3, and Tommy Malott runs a 4.3. And if you want to put Darian Porter in there too as a returner, he runs a 4.3. So we got some speed back there really now, and Trey Tucker runs a 4.3 too. So we got some speed back there for guys that can get back there and make some noise, especially returning and kick returning and punt returning. So I thought that was dope. And yes, I can't wait to see what Tommy Malott can do because I think he's gonna be a dope receiver, yo. I think everybody's saying Jack Bech is gonna be the sleeper receiver, which I agree with that also, but y'all watch out for Tommy Malott. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for that guy, bro. Boy.
Highlights over the past 3-4 days, but what part of his game are we not maybe paying enough attention to outside of just the pure like, oh my gosh, like this dude can fly?
Yeah, born to be a Raider, I think. I think MD looked up in the draft room that only Calvin Johnson and DK Metcalf shared similar height, weight, speed measurables as him. But maybe the underappreciated thing about him is that his competitiveness and his spirit in the run game as a blocker, guy that will strain to open up holes and compete, to give running backs lanes to run in was really good. And you don't always get that with big speed guys. A lot of times those guys just want to run deep and catch the ball, but that wasn't what we saw on tape. We saw a guy that was willing to be a good teammate and do whatever he was asked to do.
JJ McGee is a guy too. It just seems like a fun football player, man. Like a guy who does all these different things. The big fellow who can move and is rangy and can be exciting and dynamic with the ball in his hands. As fun as that is, like what do you what do you look at expectations for a guy like JJ?
Well, I would just start by saying, with as fun as it is to watch him carry a football, he is also a very good defensive tackle and a good athlete and a good player on that side of the ball. But in that, there's a willingness to kind of do whatever it takes. And again, I mean, if you're a D tackle, you get to carry the ball. I mean, I think most guys would be excited about that. But he's just an unselfish football player. He's a great kid. We brought him in here on a top 30 visit. He was part of our Top Golf night, and just a fun, good natured person that loves to play football, and kind of like, wherever you need me, I'll be.
Speaking of those top 30,
I told you he likes people like that, man. He likes players like that who got good character and good mannerism and all that. Yo, he loves guys like that, and he will pick them. You know what I'm saying? But it has to match on the field too, not just off the field. You can be great off the field, but you got to be great on the field too. You feel me? So, man, I think JJ McGee is going to be, like I said. Now, I'm not saying he's a Warren Sapp-ish, but I seen flashes because he comes from an offense. You know what I'm saying? Similarities around Not saying, and once again, I'm not saying that JJ Pegues is going to be the next Warren Sapp. No. Disagree with that all the time. What I'm saying is I've seen flashes of his game to be like, wow, if he could keep working, it could get to that. If he keeps working and he does what he got to do, it can get to that. You feel me? So, I like the JJ Pegues pick also, and yeah, I thought it was dope. Got about 3 more minutes left on here, so
Visits. We've seen around the league that some teams have, for whatever reason, kind of shied away from doing those, and maybe don't, aren't as committed to them as they've been as years in the past. Obviously, something important to you and Pete and the guys here. Like, what is the value for you guys now? Kind of looking back after going through this first cycle of those 30 visits.
It's a great feel that provides a great feel for how these kids will act and move in your building. A lot of times they let their guards down around, support staff and treat people a certain way. And we've put a premium on bringing the right people in. And so it's become less about, oh, was he, kind of a pain in the ass, or did he, disrespect people? It's more been like, gosh, that person was amazing. God, he was fun to be around. Man, he treated people the right way. He just loved the energy and the spirit of being here. And we kind of let these kids elevate themselves a little bit. And it doesn't take too long after you've been doing this as many years as I have to get a feel for kids, even if it's only a half an hour in FaceTime, but also just kind of watching them move through Top Golf in the building, how they treat each other and treat people. You can learn a lot from those experiences, or those kind of visions, and you draw back on the experience you had and compare it to players that have kind of come before them. And you're like, God, that kid acts a lot like this person. That person really worked out. They were a great teammate. I mean, there's something to that.
Before we let you go here, it's, we look at the state of this roster, and you said after that, every 32 teams are going to feel really good about where you sit. And obviously, I know that the Silver and Black are no exception to that rule. But, kind of in big picture, in totality, do you feel good about where this roster is right now? Or is there still room to tinker and tweak and, quarter turn this and that as we get ready for training?
There will always be room to tinker and dabble in other things. And we're never going to be satisfied with where the roster's at. Things change too fast, and you've got to stay on it. You got to be dynamic. Otherwise you'll fall behind really quick. But I think when Coach and I got this job 3-4 months ago, we set out to try to answer the quarterback question. We tried to answer some of the offensive skill, add more explosive playmakers on that side of the ball, solidify the lines, add some depth to the secondary. We've done all those things, and we got to come together as a team now, and it'll all be out there in front of us. It'll be what we prove every Sunday when we get the chance to play. But I like the quality of man that we've added to this roster. I like the competition that you can feel when you're out in the field. And I expect these 26 men, the 11 drafted and the 15 undrafted free agents, to come in and fit in well and compete and push this roster forward.
Really, the next thing I should say on the calendar for us is rookie minicamp, like you mentioned. I mean, just kind of overall, what do you expect to see from, like you said, from the 26 and the other sort of guys that'll be there, kind of as they have their first, moments in Silver and Black?
I just want to see them compete, and I want to see them come up here and do their jobs and be accountable and learn the system. And when they get in the field, fly around, catch balls, throw balls, chase, give effort. All the things that we're expecting a Raider to be.
Yeah, and we're excited to see what it looks like just, about a week and a half from now. Well, John, we appreciate the time. Congratulations on a successful first draft. I know there's many more to come, and thanks for hanging out with us. All right?
Appreciate you, Eddie. Always good talking to you.
So, y'all give me y'all take, man. Y'all let me know, because guess what? One thing he said, like, most of the guys that we got was on the top 30 visit. I noticed that too. Because when I was listening to the press conference of all the guys that got picked, all the players, they said most of them said, yeah, I had a top 30 visit. Let's see. You got damn, what? I just had this. Oh, it's right here in my life. I'm bugging. So you got Ashley Genty was on the top 30 visit. Jack Besh, Darian Porter, Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant, Dante, all our I think except Tommy Millott. I don't know if Tommy Millott was on the top 30. Yeah, he was. So all the guys that we picked were on the top 30 visit. So we already had in mind who he was going to pick. Now, if you think about last year, my man Rob said, just win, baby. Yes, sir. And I got to say that again. This was for This was for entertainment purposes only, so please don't copyright this. But anyways, so you know, uh, like I said, all the guys that we had were on top 30 visits. You feel me? All of them. All the guys we picked up, top 30 visits. So it's, yeah, I mean, I think y'all let me know what's goody though. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about the press conference, bro. Bro said we be looking good. Yes, yeah, we looking good right now. And you heard what he said too. We ain't done. This is far from being over. This is far from being done. You know what I mean? This is far from being done. This roster is not complete. You know what I'm saying? This is why I heard about the Amari Cooper. I heard Amari Cooper. We're looking at Amari Cooper. We have interest in Amari Cooper. So maybe we go and grab him up. You know what I'm saying? We need the best of the best. Our offense was not good last year at all. Most of the categories we were like in the middle or dead last. Renegade, dead last. 32nd in the run. Passing yards for Gabe was like from 25 to 20 through 28. Either one of them. We were not good on offense at all. I don't even know how we survived for real, through certain games. Well, I know it was our defense, but still, like, it's crazy, like how this regime is way. You can see it, bro. You can just see it. You can see the togetherness. You can see you know what I'm saying, what we get, who we want, and our minds is made up. You feel me? It ain't no wishy-washy, like I don't know, or I didn't tell him to pick him, but he picked. Ain't none of that shit, bro. Everybody know what they doing. Everybody's on one accord, and everybody's minds is linked. And so I love what we doing, man. I love that John Spytek had his first draft came out really good, really excellent. And I'm cool with this, bro. I really am. I'm really good with this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be straight. So y'all get y'all comments in, get y'all questions in, man. We in the building, man. Thanks for pulling up. It's the TheYurpJerz Raiders podcast. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check the banner, new banner up. You feel me? 3 times Super Bowl champs. You hear me? We in the building. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we looking good, man. We looking all right. And like I said, like he said, so be on the lookout for, more people being added to the roster. You know what I'm saying? We signed a guy named Herman Smith. That's his name. From Colorado, a safety. So another UDFA. So we're adding some guys, man. We adding some guys and putting more competition in. You know what I mean? And I think it's great. I think we good. You know what I mean? I think we good. I'm gonna be all right. I think we gonna be all right. You feel me? Rose said, nobody likes you. Damn. We love you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro. For real, for real. We in the building though, man. Let me throw the music back on. My bad. Throw that tune back on. In the building, man. Nah, I thought that was great. And Spytek, man, like I said, man, I'm really happy we picked him up, yo. On account of Tom Brady, I think that was the best move. You feel me? Like, for real. You know what I mean? He fits what we want as a Raider. You know what I mean? As a Raider GM, he knows what Raiders look like, and he knows what he wants. You know what I'm saying? He goes and get it. Kind of like Howie Roseman is. You know what he want, he gonna get it. And gonna put us in the right position to win. You know what I'm saying? Be better. So yeah, let's just be watchful of this year, bro. Like, yeah, be mindful of this shit. We know everything gonna work out with us. We know that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that don't, but I know we do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with everything we doing right now. Me and Rob said Spy making the Raiders great again. Hell yeah, he is. You damn right he is, bro. Like for real, bro. Like, he knows. They know what it takes to win, bro. I said that. They've been in winning organization. You feel me? My Tech know what to do. He knows, what it takes to win. Tom Brady knows what it takes to win. Pete Carroll damn sure knows what it takes to win. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Graham been on winning teams. Like, you go back. If you go back, hold on. Bro said, did you go back on Raider Nation Live last night? They were on. I don't know. I didn't know if they was on or not. I had fell asleep. You know, I was out with the homies. My man's lost his grandfather, so you know what I mean. I was just kicking it with him and shit last night. I didn't even get on live last night. I was supposed to, but you know what I mean. Bro said to come through, rock with him, so I went rock with him and shit. And we got to drinking a little bit and all that other stuff. When I got back home, wasn't in the mood to do nothing. I was just chilling. But not. Yeah, I didn't go on last night. No, they gotta join tonight though, at 9, like 9 my time. They'll be on. I'll probably be on for an hour up to 9 o'clock. Then I'll hop on with them and see what's good. Mm-hmm. Bro said, no, I thought you said you was going there. Oh, nah, I mean, whenever they send me the link and shit, you feel me? Whenever they send me the link, I tell them I hop on. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get Gravy on real quick. I tried to get him on earlier, but he was a little busy. Let me see what he's doing now. Let me see what he's doing now. So, just hitting. I was hitting. Just asked if he was busy real quick. Asked if he was busy. If he busy, I'll just fuck with him tonight. I'm gonna get him on, though. I'm gonna get him on. We gonna get him on, y'all. Yeah, say it. Well, man, what you think? Like, how you feel about what Spy Tech was saying, bro? And how I was breaking it down. Because look, I think we're gonna be, like you said, bro. We're gonna be good, bro. And Spy making us great again, yo. And he definitely is. You know what I'm saying? Him and Pete Carroll. I just love the relationship they got. Like, I just got stripped there. Like, I love the relationship they got. I think the relationship they got is good, it's genuine, and you see the love they got for each other. You feel me? Other than AP and Telesco, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. But I feel like they're gonna. Like this team is gonna elevate, bro. Everybody's gonna push each other, bro. Yeah, somebody said something like that was real interesting too during the draft. I heard him say when we picked up Jack Lesh, he said that he'll probably be, the one up there with Max and JPJ going, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. If he up early like that and he want to get it in like that, yeah, he gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? If he keep that if he use that mentality and hang around Max and get Max's mentality, man, sky's the limit for that guy. It's been a long time since the organization that makes you believe that what they're doing is legit and real, 100. And he is the guy. Yeah, I agree, bro. I definitely agree. He is the guy. And I think he has everybody in Raider Nation, you know, I think he got everybody in Raider Nation, lit and ready to watch this season, Shout out my man, Mr. Took Your Soul, bro. Salute, salute, salute. My man said salute. He said salute Rob. Oh shit. Salute good. He said salute Rob. Or said, but with that said, Tom Brady is one that probably tip your hat to. Yeah, hell yeah. I give look, man. Look. I give some of that credit to Tom Brady too. Because you know he was you didn't see him in the room with the rest of them, but you know he was on the phone like, hey, what about, how about let's take a look at so yeah, Tom Brady definitely had his hat in there. He had his hand, his hat, his foot, draws, wife beater, he had everything in there. Just playing. I'm just messing. My man, Mr. Took Your Soul, he said Mark brought Tom in and Tom brought his boys in and is making it happen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed, man. Hey, that boy cooking right there. My man, Mr. Took Your Soul is cooking. Yes, sir. I love when you come on here and y'all come on here and y'all cook, bro. Keep cooking, cuz. Yes, sir. I totally agree with you, bro. And Rob do too. Totally agree with you, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Mark said, hey, Tom, look, I'm gonna bring you in, bro. I'm gonna leave this shit up to you. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do. Tom said, all right, bet. I can bring my boys. Oh, yeah, you can bring your boys. All right. Hey, Spy, I'm bringing you up in here, bro. We're gonna do our thing. All right, cool. Boom. Got with him. Hey, we're gonna go get Pete Carroll. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We making it happen, y'all. We making it happen, bro. I'm telling you, y'all. It's just shit is live. So, like, I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna see a big change come week 1, right? Even in preseason, I don't know how Pete Carroll do with the guys in preseason. I don't know if he lets them play or not. I don't know. But what I know for sure is come week 1, they're gonna be ready to go. Whoever we play week 1, I'm telling you right now, whoever we play week 1, I'll feel sorry for them. Whoever we play week 1, I feel sorry for them. And I hope, on my mama, I hope it's a rival team. I hope it's a division game. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We probably smoke whoever we play for week 1 just because we trying to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? You can believe that. You know what I'm saying? I said it, and then when I played the video, Spytek said it right after me. He loves the guys with high character, yo, and he loves the guys that's going to give their all. He wants guys to come in and challenge everybody on the field. Every position is going to be challenged. Every position. Quarterback position, the running back position, the wide receiver position, the offensive line, the defensive line, safeties, corners, linebackers. Everybody's gonna get tested, yo. Everybody's gonna get tested from training camp, yo. So I was in one of your lives. Did you see my comments? My man, Mr. TheYurpJerz said we will win 10 games with just the schedule and the addition of Pete and Gino. At your free agents draft, you should be much improved. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're gonna be much improved, bro. Like, dog, I'm trying to tell you, dog, 10-7, cuz. And maybe we can sneak an 11th win, 11 sneak and get 11 wins. Because there is some games that I think that people's gonna say, yo, they're not supposed to win, and we're gonna beat them. There's a few games, y'all. I was looking at some of the teams. There's a few games in there that they be like, nah, I don't think the Rays gonna beat them. Then we smoke them. Any given Sunday, yo. Any given Sunday. Shout out Mr. TheYurpJerz. I did. I was messaging you when I seen you. Bro, so I get people mad. Bro, so I get people mad in that game. I bet your ass do, bro. Cocky guy, man. You a cocky guy, I bet you. Ain't that wrong with that, though? Ain't that wrong with that, you feel me? To get sold, man. I know you know, man. Raider fans, cuz get them up in here, man. Let's get them up in here, bro. You feel me? Hey, I'm 21 away, cuz I'm 21 away from a hundo, man. I need them subs, man. Actually, I hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you didn't already. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get them subs, my guy. Trying to get them subs. 21 away from 100. You ride with the fist bumps, you know it, bro. You know it. Bro said, all that work, I work from home, so I'm always around. Bet, bro. Yeah, pull up more often, cuz. Oh yeah, but yo, shoot, man. Yeah, man, put it out there. If you got any other Raider fans, put it out there. But I always appreciate y'all pull it up, bro. Means a lot to me, man. Took the banner out, Mr. TheYurpJerz. Took the banner out. I got new background work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Enoch, man, my brother. He sent that to me. He said I got 2 more packages coming. So shout out to bro, man. I love you for that, cuz. But yeah, man, 3-time world champion. Trying to be 4. You feel me? Technically, bro said great brand, great banner. Appreciate it, bro. Hey, man, technically, man, we 4-time Super Bowl winning champions, but that first Super Bowl we won wasn't a Super Bowl, it was just a championship. Back then, way back then. I did my homework. We won that AFL title. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before it was a Super Bowl, it was the AFL. John. That should be appointed to us, but you know how they do us. We should be 4, not 3, but you know how they do us. I bet you all the other teams who won the AFL title, got that put on their shit, added to their Super Bowl. Don't deprive us of a championship. We won that is. You feel me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, bro, so we won the AFC. Yeah, man. If that was the case, though, technically, Pat would, like, wait. That was the case, though. The Pat would have like none. Yeah, that they won 4 or 5 chips before the merge. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, dang, yo, they ain't gonna add that shit to our shit with them. It's cool though. There's plenty more to come. Plenty more to come. So let's go 3 more. I mean, let's get it in there, bro. We will get our Super Bowl. Yeah, we will. We definitely will. We definitely will. So Al Davis was with the Chargers. I heard about that. Yeah, and that Al Davis story. Yeah, they said that on. That's wild though. Bro say yeah, he started there at rivalry. That's crazy. Yeah, it is. I bug when I heard that shit. Like what? But I don't know. That's what made it. That's why we got the Raiders though. And that's dope that he's seen something in this team. Like yo, I'm gonna take over and I'm gonna win Super Bowls. I mean, and he made the emblem on the helmet relevant. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He took that team like, yo, I'm gonna, that's my team right there. I'm gonna even, yeah, that's it. That's dope. Took his notes. So he was a branded and marketing genius. Say it again, my brother. Yes, sir. He put the Raiders on the map. And he ain't take no shit from nobody. He tried to stop my man Al for many years. He couldn't. I met him, and he was the super cool dude. Yeah, man. I heard about that. I heard he was dope. I wish I could have met him. I heard Mark's the same way, man. Mark is mad cool, yo. Like he's mad dope. I heard the same thing. Yeah. Nah, for real, that is fact. It's definitely fact. Yeah, man, I miss Al Davis though. His way of drafting was crazy. Also, I still miss the guy. Still miss.
We smoking. Gang green shit. You know what I mean? Let's get it. VE.
Yeah, man, I think we're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be gonna be just fine. Only real man when women can wear silver and black. You know it, brother. You know it. You know it. It's all about the shield, bro. It's all about the shield. No one is above the shield. No one's above the shield. You know what I mean? So, shout out to the chat, man. I love y'all, man. We in the building. See, I hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Keep the channel growing. I'm on the road to 100. I'm at 79. Let's make it happen. Cat. Bro said I met Mark out here in Phoenix, Baltimore, when the owners men were out here 3 to 4 years ago. He was the guy who talked with me for a good 5-10 minutes about the team. Oh yeah, that's what's up, yo. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I would love to meet Mark Davis, yo. Just kick it with him for 5-10 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? And it'd definitely be dope too, you know what I'm saying? Because I got the podcast going, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if I can get Mark Davis on the podcast, bro. That'd be crazy. That'd be super love. You feel me? Never met Mark. Would like to though. Yes, sir. Me either. Bro say he's super chill. He's super chill. Word, man. Man, imagine if I could get Mark Davis on the show. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. I'd love to get him on the show. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'd love to get him on the show. Shout out Mark Davis, man. Shout out Raider Nation. Bro said it's because he dates young women. Yo, he crazy. Nah, for real though. He be having the women. He be having them young Johns though. He be having them young Johns. Because nigga got money. That's it. Nigga got money. Look at Bill Belichick's chick. That be look younger than Mark Davis' chick. They got a young ass girlfriend and spend up all his bread. That's crazy. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for that ticket. You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert. Bro said he likes the ladies. He said, bro said he likes the ladies. We still might get a little Mark Love child with some Dottie. On mama. On me. Hey, Bill gonna have a little Dottie pregnant too. Shit, watch. Unless he chopped his balls off. Unless he got snipped. Gotta light something up for this one, man. Gotta light something up, man. You smoking? You feel me? Unless he got the balls snipped, he have nothing. Yeah, we need a little Mark Davis running around looking like Dumb and Dumber. Chill. I ain't mean. He look like the characters with the haircut. That's what I mean. I ain't saying he dumb. Don't take that the wrong way. That little thing's running Bill. That's what I said, bro. Spending up all my nigga Bill Belichick's bread, yo. Spending up all them Super Bowl breads, yo. Damn, it might have been. No, I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds around. Gotta keep the ratchet on me, cause the niggas clown. I ain't getting no lighter, yo. But we in the building, y'all. What's that? Hey, bro, you gotta chill, bro. He said Bill Belichick dated the OnlyFans girls on my mama. I'm motherfucker running that check up, though. That nigga running that check up, bro. I ain't lying. I ain't lying at all. That nigga running up that little Super Bowl check. You know, old niggas say they money. Bill probably still spending the first Super Bowl check he got. Bro said better take notes from Unc Shay Shay. Better not, nigga. Y'all ain't gonna be in court. Better not. Hey, you better not, goddamn. You better not. Y'all ain't gonna be up in court. Shit. Mama, your ass gonna be up in court. I didn't do it, man. I didn't do it. I ain't do it, man. It wasn't me. Bro said she's messing his business up. Suing him during interviews when he's talking about football. I'm gonna say is, man, you put yourself in that predicament, my guy. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You feel me? Like he been doing a couple. He been wilding out a little bit. You feel me? I mean, I ain't saying it's his fault or whatever, but he been wilding out. She's why they scrapped Hard Knocks. Yeah, man. I wouldn't put myself in that predicament though. Like my thing is this: like you make too much money, bro. Like get money that. Go and get somebody that's on your level, bro. Like she didn't even. I don't even know. She look okay to y'all. I don't know. She didn't look that good to me. For somebody to be kind of, you know what I mean. And she's stupid. She took that 10 million and ran. Now you might not get shit. But Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, they doing numbers. So going to be super involved, and they were like, no, whoa, we. Yo, you gotta chill, bro. Hey, I don't know why. I don't know why.
You know I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down. Focus on my music, gotta keep my head down. Always on the alert, cause you know the feds
They bugging.
Gotta keep that wretched
They bugging.
cause them niggas clowns. No, I'm chasing money, so I keep my head down.
That ass they bugging. He like I was saying though, yo, he shouldn't even been in that predicament. Yo, did y'all see the playoff game last night with the Bucks and the Pacers, bro? I'm not gonna go off like I did earlier show. I went off on Tyrese Halliburton's dad, yo. He a hoe. Bro said, yep. Hey man, tell me if that wasn't no hoe shit his dad did, bro. Tell me if that was classless and it was like shitty as hell on his part, yo. And now your son got to motherfucking clean up the mess and explain why you being the asshole and dickhead. See, I'm about to get me going again. About to get me going again, bro. That shit was so trash, bro. Shit, hold on one second, y'all. What up, bro? Hey, you like, cause what weird, no playground blind. Yeah, yo, so yeah, man, whole shit for sure, bro. That was a hoe. He a bitch ass nigga for that, bro. There ain't no way. If it was anybody else, bro, who wasn't as cool as Giannis, they'd have knocked the fuck out his ass, bro. I'm waiting for today to watch the Lakers. I know what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about. So I'm waiting for today to watch the Lakers get bounced. Yeah, they might get bounced. They're gonna get bounced. Typing too fast. Hey, you gotta slow down, bro. But it's a bunch of crazy shit, bro. It's crazy. I ain't like that shit at all, bro. But yeah, Lakers, man. I don't know, man. I want Luka to win, man. I want Luka to win. I like Luka. I'm a Bulls fan. We shitty as hell. I look for the players I like. I like Luka. But that's okay, cause motherfucking the Cavs they gonna whoop the Pacers next round. I want to see him get on the court and do that shit to one of them. I bet you they beat his ass. I bet you. Cause they ain't got no Giannis's on there, no stand-up nigga. Them niggas will go upside that little nigga head, for real, for real. What's that? I fam gotta get the wife because I ain't staying on the couch much love. Hey, Rob, you gotta chill, bro. Salute, man. Go get wifey, cuz. Hey, man, but don't speed though, bro. Don't speed. I appreciate you pulling up on me, bro. For real. I'll be on tonight. So you see my brother. Yeah, man. Hey, hit me, holla at me tonight. I'll be on 8:00. Word. But yeah, man. So we in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Keeps us growing. I'm 21 away from 100. So y'all look out for your boy, man. Look out for me, man. We close. I just need a little, you know what I mean? Just need some more people, bro. I'm doing more work. More, you know. We're gonna get some more people in here, promise. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, you know, we in the building, man. That like button, subscribe to the channel, it's the TheYurpJerz for this podcast. You know what I'm saying? We just kicking it right now. You know, just kicking it right now. So get y'all comments in, get y'all questions in. You know? You got smoke, breathe, pain. Keep my head down, want some routine. You heard? I like this song, man. I think it's one of my favorite channels. But man, shout out to y'all, man, pulling up on your boy, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. I'm 21 away from 100. Man, help your boy out, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe. TheYurpJerz, greatest podcast. Give you nothing but good shit. I don't fake jacks. I don't cap. No cap in my rap. Ain't no cap in my rap. You man. We in the building though, man. Thanks for pulling up with your boy, man. Get y'all comments in. My boys just subbed. Hey, man. Oh, man. Hey, much love. I appreciate y'all, man. Real. I love y'all, man, for that. Word up. Before we make it happen, man, we do shit for other people on this channel right here, yo. You know what I'm saying? I got my cousin a sub on this channel. Yo, we help each other out, man. I much appreciate it, for real. So get so much appreciate you, bro. I love you, man. For real. Much love, brother. For real. But yeah, man, we in the building, man. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with what Spy doing, man. I think Spy is on his job, and he knows what he's gonna watch. He gonna make us proud, yo. He definitely gonna make us proud. You know what I'm saying? Pete Carroll gonna make us proud, man. They gonna put on for the city. Why? They gonna put on for the city. They gonna put on for the nation. These guys are gonna play as hard as ever, bro. I'm telling you, like, you know what I'm saying? I think Matt's gonna go on 100, even though I know they're not gonna. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're gonna play him like they usually do. I don't think Pete gonna have that. Like, nah, nigga, we not giving you 100, like 200 snap. I'm not playing the whole game. We're gonna sub. Get some rest. Get back in. And he has to learn that also. But you know, Max gonna be Max, bro. He gonna do his thing. So I just want him to, you know, stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna need him. We gonna need Christian Wilkins. We damn sure gonna need Kuz. I'm so glad we got Kuz back. And I've been hearing a lot too, saying we might not bring Kuz back. Let me tell y'all something. If Kuz have the year that he's gonna have, he's going to be re-signed to the Las Vegas Raiders. I promise you. I'm telling you that right now. There's no freaking way we're gonna let him walk next year, dog, and go to another team when we just already got somebody solidified. Unless Tyree Wilson or another edge player, you know, do what they gotta do. Take over. That's the only way I see it. Is one of them, you know what I mean, have a really good year and it's hard to match up. When you know for sure that Tyree Wilson is gonna be. Bro said depends on the money. Now we're gonna have money, bro. You gotta think all the guys that we got right now are on 1 year deals. Most of our free agents are on 1 year deals. You know what I'm saying? Eric Stokes, Lonnie Johnson Jr. Who else? Like most of them are on 1 year deals. Bro said someone could throw disgusting money at him. Yeah, that's true. You right about that. Somebody could. They could throw some bread at him. But you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like how Trayvon Merrick and Lane and all them go. You know what I'm saying? I believe if he really you know, puts on a show this year, I believe we'll keep him, bro. Why not throw the money at Kuz? I wouldn't look. Unless y'all got somebody else that's better. Y'all got somebody else you think that can take over? Let me know.
I be on the grind over time for the ticket. Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind.
Y'all let me know. We got somebody better. You know what I'm saying? I think we keep him, bro. I ain't lying. I think we keep him. But if we don't, it's all good. I ain't mad. Shit, you feel me? Nah, that's facts though. It is hard to bro said it's hard to pay 2 max contracts DNs. We would draft his replacement. All right, I feel better than that. You right? You right. I'll listen to the chat, eh? I'll listen to the chat. If it was a bidding war, okay. Bro said we will keep him if he wants to stay. Yeah, I believe he want to stay, but I mean, I also believe in getting your money too. You know what I'm saying? So if you gonna get your money, go on get your money. I mean, I ain't even mad at that. Go on get your bread. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Go on get your bread. Bro said exactly. Nah, fact. Fact. You know what I mean? Go on get your money, man. Get your bread. But we had to go with it. Really, I think we could though. To move up because if we have a really good season, we go like 10-7. You know what I'm saying? If we pick later on, Jack, I think we can move up to go get like, a really good DN if he walks. So I smell what you cooking, Mr. Cookie Sauce. Hey, I smell what you cooking, cuz. Real. Word up. But yeah, man, we in the building, man. We in the building. Don't got delivered to my crib. I'll grab it. So, yeah, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up on your board, man. Appreciate y'all liking, subscribing to the channel. We in the building. I'm about to go take care of some business. So I'm about to head up out of here. Appreciate y'all. I will be on tonight, so tune in tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time. I don't know where y'all at exactly, so bro said have a good one. Yes sir. This to your show YouTube, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. I appreciate you getting me the subs, bro. That's much love. And yeah, man, y'all tune in tonight, man. I'm gonna be on tonight at 8 until 9, probably about an hour, and then I'll be on with I won't be on their show, but I'll be on, you know what I'm saying? I'll be watching them from the chat. If they put me on, then they put me on, you feel me? But I'll be in Radio Nation Live's chat tonight, y'all. So, you know what I mean? So y'all tune in for that also. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And y'all know what it is. With that being said, your Raiders. Yes, sir.
Bitch, nigga, don't risk it. I be on the grind over time for the ticket.